My name is Andrew Ephraim Lockschlag, and I'm the author of 10 Squared. I've always been a big basketball fan, dating back from 5th grade. I loved the game, playing the game, following the game, looking up to these role model players. So it's fun to follow the guys and their journey in the NBA and see their success. So I used to be a big Lakers fan growing up, and then once I came to my senses a little bit and Shaq left LA, I became a Wizards fan. And since 2004, I've been a diehard Wizards fan, probably the biggest Wizards fan you'll see on the planet.
Oh, Harrington, go up with that! No! 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 Ah! No! Make the layup! Come on!
There were a couple things that motivated me to start writing my book. Really, how I started was I was getting in an argument with somebody in my university. Some fight about, Kobe, LeBron, something like that. And, I made a couple good points, and he was so frustrated. He said, if you think you know so much about the NBA, why don't you go and write a book? I said, okay, fine. So I took his advice, and I went and I wrote a book. I started writing my book the summer of 2012. Some days when I really got into it, I couldn't even go to class. I was literally stuck. I was glued to my computer in my room. There were some days that I spent 6-8 hours sitting there writing a book. I would say I spent about an hour or two every single day for the last year or so getting my book together, ready for publication. I named my book 10 Squared because it's based on 10 different lists, and every one of those lists has 10 different points. So for example, one of my chapters is called Greatest Players of All Time. So I take that chapter and I have 10 different points in it, my 10 greatest players of all time. I rank it accordingly how I feel, and I defend why every guy is ranked that way that I had him. I use the statistics from basketballreference.com in my book quite often. Frequently I'll put together a chart of players' improved shooting percentage based on things that I've read in Basketball Reference. The hardest part about publishing my book probably has to do with legal stuff. Avoiding plagiarism, dealing with the copyright stuff. Those issues are obviously of top priority, and they can get very complicated sometimes. So I would say that was the most difficult part of writing my book. Avigail Nyman helped me with the legal work, the copyright stuff. She also helped with a lot of editing work.
This is on this side, remember?
That only happened
that
because you made the
on that
font of Eitan Rosenberg a little bigger.
No, I did enter. I also
You
moved
did?
it on
Let me
space.
see. It doesn't look like it.
I did.
It goes right up to the header.
I did.
Yeah, well, look at that.
I don't know. I don't know. Wait, I thought you were gonna make me pizza.
Oh yeah, I thought these grapes were better.
They're
Okay, fine.
gone.
But move down the forward then.
No.
Every so often I order drafts of my book to see how it looks, to make sure the formatting is good, the typesetting is good, and I review it every month or so. And I've spent hundreds of dollars in drafts just reviewing the book to get to this final product. I want to give a special shout out to the people who covered me in class with all the notes that I missed because I got so into my writing. I couldn't have written this book without you, without the notes that you've given me, because if I would have had to listen in class, I probably wouldn't have had time to write this book.